Well, hello everybody. I'm back again. Got my coffee and boy, ain't we just keep getting rain. We got over 3 inches of rain gauge and we got a lot of bush hog to do. Excuse me there. I've got a lot of steep ground and it's just can't hold the tractor up on it, just wet ground and do much bush hogging, so it is what it is. I'll get it when it ever fires up. But boy, they got poor old Trump again that, oh, have mercy, you know, they get him calling an election up here. See, it's funny, you know, they're accusing him of what they're doing, so there that is. Oh, Lordy, you know, all the stuff that's coming against him, you know, he has to have the power of God behind him or no man can face this stuff. I mean, they're just bombarding. And you know, these Republicans are to come out, the ones that running for president, these other rhinos, they are at least have the balls to come out and support him and say they don't agree with this stuff. So that if they don't, that shows you what they are. They're rhinos. They're typical politicians. They're not for this country. And that traitor Mike Pence, I don't even want him. He shouldn't even be mentioned. He shouldn't even be allowed to even debate. You know, they aren't even covering period. But that being said, you know, I believe in freedom, so you got a right to spew his shit. But you gotta believe in it. You know, you have to practice what you preach. You know what I mean? You believe in freedom, then he has the right to spout off his baloney. But that don't mean we gotta support him, does it? It shows his true colors. If they don't support President Trump through this stuff and say it's a scam, it's election interference, then that shows you that they're just an old rhino politician. Just an old politician in it for money or whatever they're in it for. But you know, I've done a lot of thinking, and I thought about how the Democratic Party is becoming really becoming a communist party. And if you go back in history and the similarities when Hitler took over power in Germany, I'm sure when he started this stuff about cleansing the nation that there was some Jewish people, probably some old Jews that spoke up and tried to warn the people, I'm pretty sure. I mean, ain't like it is today. You have to go word of mouth through their synagogues but I'm pretty sure that there's a bunch of them said, he's talking about me. You know, I'm pretty sure there's that bunch, just like today, when you've got governors in other states trying to make illegal police officers, and you've got people, I've heard people right here in this area, I don't affect us, I ain't got nothing, but it does. What they do in California and all these blue states, they try to trickle that shit in all over the country, and they sneak it in, and bills and stuff that people don't pay attention to. If we don't stand up, and I'm going to say it again, this is one of the most important elections of our lifetime. If we don't stand up, get your head out of the sand, you're going to then wind up like them Jewish people did in Hitler's day. Except they was loaded up on a train car and sent and murdered. And if you listen to a lot of them left-leaning people, they say it now with not so many words. They want to wipe us off the face of earth. That's why they're trying to destroy the church. They're just trying to destroy farmers, where your food comes from. They're trying to stop people from buying land and homesteading and becoming self-sustaining. Now you think about it. If they can't get you one way, they're trying to regulate you out of existence. So it's very important, people, that you get your head out of the sand and quit saying, well, it don't affect me. I mean, I ain't worried about that. I don't farm, or I don't do this, or I don't do that. You know, the same way they're trying to destroy our military within, you know, putting these DEI agents in, which is out of the old Soviet playbook. I mean, you know, if you're the old way I understand it, the old drill sergeant gets on a transvestite, they call her congressman, and that poor old sergeant never go no further than sergeant and probably be thrown to brig. So, I mean, that's the way I understand it. I mean, you military guys, you probably can tell me more about it. And that's another thing. I strongly support our military because I believe in them veterans and our soldiers put that uniform on. And swear oath to the Constitution for our freedom and die for our freedom. And I've got relatives that laying overseas, body parts scattered everywhere on these beaches and places, Vietnam. That's not coming back to the hills, Virginia. They give the ultimate sacrifice for us. They give their life. And I support them 100%. If you put that uniform on and serve this country, I'll stand behind you 100%. And you know, police officers here in the last little bit's got a bad name. And they are some bad cops, just like they're bad at everything in this world. You know, they some bad apples, no doubt. But you can't take a few and condemn the whole. You know, here's my belief, and I've always had this belief. If I'm driving down the road and I see a police officer struggling with somebody, trying to get them under control, you better bet your ass my truck's going to come to the halt, and I'm going to jump over the bank and help that police officer. I'm not going to whip out the phone and go to film. I'm going to help him. Because he puts that badge on every day and takes a chance I'm not coming back home, some wacko on meth or whatever, shoot and kill him. So I support him 100% too. You know, are there bad ones in it? Sure. Just like there's bad farmers that don't give a shit for what they do. They make it look bad for the rest of us. But all the whole, they give the shirt off their back. So, and that's why I support President Trump. I do believe God gives him his strength. And I want you all to pray for him, pray for our country. I want you to pray for me, and I'm going to pray for you. And there's another thing before I get off here. I know it's going to be a bit long, but I was watching this morning. Actually, there's two more things. It come out another whistleblower at the FBI dropped one that confirmed that the FBI did warn Hunter Biden that his Northern Virginia storage facility was going to be raided and give him a chance to destroy evidence. More and more evidence coming out that China Joe Biden is crooked as shit, took bribes. And to me, he's a traitor. And he should be impeached, and whatever penalty is still on the books needs to be enforced. And, you know, that's the way our country works. That's the way we should abide by the Constitution. And Congress ought to get off their ass and call a special session and start this impeachment, but they won't because they're finicky and whippy. I mean, they rattle off a bunch of stuff. Well, we're working on doing an investigation. Well, get that impeachment inquiry started and do your investigation. Don't worry about recess. Do your job. Go up there and do what we elected you to do. Stand with the Constitution. And on the other thing, it come out this morning that the USDA, you know, hands a lot of food out, sends a lot of food to food pantries and churches. And come out this morning that they've changed their paperwork. Now they're requiring churches to get IDs and Social Security numbers from the people that's collecting these boxes of food. Well, you know, if you've lost your job, or you're poor, and you go to these churches for a box of food to feed your family, I don't believe you should show an ID and give a social security number for China Joe Biden administration. I don't believe it. That's another way for them to collect information on the people. It's just pure old Soviet Nazi Germany taxes. They're just little by little, they're bringing it in. Now, they put these people up to this government and bureaucrats in power for years, and they're dug in like ticks, and now they've got a chance to show their power, and they're trying to take us over and turn us communists. So let's get Trump reelected. I'm gonna say it one more time. This is gonna be the most important election of your lifetime. And remember, Trump 2024, if the good Lord's willing, I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you all.